Hey guys, first step in building the tank now. If you've kept up with all the parts building, I've got the outer done, casting, the double inner casting done. Basically it's pretty simple. I lay this section first, this second section with an overlap so it fits perfectly. Perfectly together so I can bond that together. Since this is my first build of this design, I had to change some stuff around here and there. I always leave a gap. There's a reason for that. We'll get into that soon. And so I've got this set up so the back doesn't fall in. My little sticky stick there, just hot glued. That's taped to center it. And so what we're doing right now is I'm going to be epoxying in the very front of this first part here, because that has to be done first. So that's step one in the assembly. Okay guys, I've got I just used my finger to spread the resin. Now the thing I do different here, give it some strength and some body. This is just cotton flock. I had to order it. I don't know if someplace will have it. It's just basically finely ground cotton, which gives it body, and it also supposedly gives it strength. So gluing this front section together already. So just wanted to show you that's what it looks like. You just give it enough body so it doesn't want to run, and then I just kind of squeeze it in with my finger to fill up any gaps and to lock the piece into place. Back again, just to the last bit here is watch your stuff that while it's setting up, right before it fully sets, go ahead and take your X-Acto or whatever and trim the tape. You can actually do it beforehand. Either way, it's not a big deal. I just did it this way and trimmed it afterwards, but you can trim it before. But this is almost, I cut it just a bit ago, so this is almost set up. It's a little sticky, so that part's going to be glued. I'm going to put some glass tape on it when I do the rest of the tank, so I'll show you when I do that part. Hey guys, front section's all epoxied in. Just wanted to show you real quick. You can see this part right here. That's the overlap with this part here. We can glue and seal that all together. And looking inside here, now I can use some fiberglass tape and get on the inside of this edge to glass these two parts together, and that's why I did two parts here so I could actually get in here to get some fiberglass tape right along the ceiling edge there. So that's basically the next step on doing that, and more to go. And just the view out of my shop door whenever I unclutter enough to open it. But it's a nice day today. It's December 21st. So we got the pond going as usual. But I finally decided to clean up the shop a bit. So I don't know if anybody saw anything, but there's my stack of molds and patterns, and I got new plastic in so there's not crap all over it. Our working area right now, tanks are drying. All my pieces and parts and tons of gloves. Never want to run out of gloves and brushes. A couple of masks, paint guns, acetone. Every time I go to the hardware store, I ask for some paint sticks. They'll give me 3 at a time. Tons of Harbor Freight scissors. They're 69 cents sometimes, so I buy them by tins. Up here we just have our hardener for fiberglass and tack rags, and a little bit here, and mineral spirits, and static guard, and grease and wax remover, and all that. Cups you get 3 for $1 at the dollar store. And that's about it. That gives us my fiberglassing area. I got some junk going here. I got a KX80 front end I'll never use. I was going to use for a project. And webs. So yeah, it's usually a total mess, but at least it looks like semi-decent here. So just for fun. Hey guys, I was going to call it afternoon after cleaning the shop up and all my molds and stuff, but I wanted to get another few steps done. So I've got my fuel filler installed. Now I've started coating my tank. I don't know exactly what you call it. It's something like Novolac. It's a lot like Phalonic. They're really related. This stuff is, I think they make Caswell out of it too. It's this stuff is epoxy. It's alcohol proof, even for E85. And so that's going to be my coating to fuel proof my tank. As you've known before, I've glued these two pieces together, and what I've done on the inside, I don't know if you can tell, I've got my you can kind of see it. I filled the gap with a mixture of the epoxy and the cotton flock to fill in the sharp areas. Now I've got my layer of fiberglassing tape for assembling pieces. That's all it is fiberglass tape. I've got that in there to lock it in also, so it's locked in from both sides and also has a tape. Now as far as the gas cap goes, it's got an indent around the metal part here, which is good. Now I roughed it up really good, the metal up really good, and then again I filled it with cotton flock epoxy mix, and then as you can see I put two heavy layers of cloth around it to set it in. It's also glued in from the top, so it's been roughed up, glued in, double layer there, so that baby's not coming out. And I just have to wait. This epoxy takes a long time to dry, so it's on its way to drying, but I just want to show you what, guys, the next step in assembling this guy. Hey guys, kind of taking it easy today. Just got a little bit done. I got my coating done on my tank base here, and I've cut the hole for the Petcock fitting, and so I've got this all, got my coating here, my fuel proof coating. And the only other thing I've gotten done was on this was I've gotten this block. Now I use hooks for rubber band, rubber straps, whatever, for mounting the tank. So I have my hook, and I'm trying to find different ways of screwing the screws in so it's not just a fiberglass, and kind of pedantic here, but all I did basically just took wood, I fiberglassed it on all sides, I grind it to fit in the back there, and then I drill and epoxy these guys in and then seal it. You can see where the screws are already drilled in there for the hook. So it's pretty simple fix, but it works fine. Then I put a little bit of a fiberglass on there to strengthen it and hold it in there, but simple. It's a lot easier than trying to build up fiberglass or put in metal or anything like that. It's real simple and easy to do. So that's kind of where we're at now. Like I said, it was a slow day for doing work. It's Sunday, so I just taking it easy. So there we go, guys. That's it. Hey guys, it's a short video here. Just a little bit more progress. I brush coated the complete inside of the tank shell with the Novolac, the fuel proofing epoxy, and I've glued in the front where the overlap is. I've got this here just to make sure it stays tight. Those come in handy when doing this kind of stuff. I've also done the back. I got 2 layers of the fiberglassing tape, and as you might be able to see it right in the center where the gap is. I make a mixture again with the cotton flock in there to make a paste, and I'll show you how to do that. It's not a big deal, but I like, besides gluing stuff together, I like to get some paste in the crack there, so that actually gives it a little extra strength because it's the thickness of the fiberglass plus the tape. So I'm doing it this way just to make sure everything's aligned. Once this is all dried, then I can go ahead and do the sides. So we're getting close to having a tank, and then it's on to finishing. Jeez. Well, there you go, guys.
I've got 2 cameras going, and I have 2 different things to do here. Getting ready to stitch this low gallop. I hope you can hear me okay through the mask. So basically, I've glued and glassed the front here with the tape, the back. That's dry, so I have to do the sides now. So I've sanded these edges here, and I've also given it a quick rub down of acetone just to soften it up a little bit. To clean up, make sure there's no wax, and just soften it up just a little bit. So next I've got to mix the epoxy. How much to use, I don't know. So I'll have to figure it out. Alrighty. This stuff is 2 to 1 for a total of 60. So I've got 40, so I'll zero it out. And add 20. Okay, that should be good. So now I'm going to have to make my paste with the cotton flock. So that's why I'm using 2 different containers. So hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, that goes there. Now I've got my cotton flock here. Like I said, this is just powdered cotton. Now you want to mix this good into a thick paste so it doesn't run. I've already made my little pastry dish here, or squirter, whatever you want to call it. Let's get and hopefully that'll be enough. Okay. You can see kind of it's starting to come out of the tip. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to lay a bead right down the center of only 2 of these, and that's going to be the first layer of the connecting tape, the fiberglass tape. So this will go in the gap, and that way we'll have fiberglass holding on the top and then also in the area of the gap. Starting to look like my guess was like way off. So let's see. It looks like it's going to be about enough for one side, so that'll work okay for now. I'll just have to mix some more up. That looks good. Before we go to our other camera, now we've got, you can see, we've got for this side. As you can see, I'm just squeezing in this crack or the space there. So it looks like we've got that done well. So now we can start glassing. And on this corner I had to put a little slit in there so it'll lay flat. Go ahead and pre-wet this out if you like. It'd probably been better to go ahead and wet this out first, but not a big deal either way. Okay, first layer. Sometimes you have stragglers, those can be sanded off real quick. You're going to have to do a little sanding anyway. Okay, second layer is on. Alright, looks like we're going to have to make some more milk. So it looks like we're good to go, guys. It's Christmas Eve, 2018 of course, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If you are, at least throw up a like or something so I know people are watching. I appreciate it. So we got the tank in one piece now. We're still waiting for the Petcock fitting, but we've got tank. So have a good one, guys and gals, and again, Merry Christmas to all of you, and that's it.